If you get Botox, I have a question for you. I feel like there's a conspiracy. I just think there is some darkness happening.
My Botox did not set. It's been 2 weeks, so I'm gonna do it myself.
I'm just too pissed off about this that I had to speak out about it. People are out there injecting themselves with fake Korean Botox. People are actually getting paralyzed, hurting themselves, even dying because people are freaking idiots.
Houston, we have a problem. For the last 20 or so years, Botox has essentially been sold to women as the closest thing that we have to an anti-aging magic pill. Got forehead wrinkles? Botox. Frown lines? Botox. Look over the age of 15? Botox. Don't even have wrinkles yet, but scared that one might develop in 2036? Preventative Botox.
If there is one thing I want to do, that is age like fine wine, so come with me to get some Botox. I honestly love Botox because it makes my skin look like glass and my makeup goes on so smooth.
It was brilliant. Stop wrinkles before they start. Erase them if you already have them. The girls were throwing Botox parties.
This is your sign to have a Botox party with your besties.
No, ma'am, this is not a good idea.
Injecting each other in their basements.
These days, the hottest thing for looking younger is something that's basically a poison. Botox. Botox is becoming trivialized, offered at cut-rate prices, in spas, even at parties.
These Botox parties are sort of the Tupperware party of the new millennium.
It's not Tupperware.
We started injecting ourselves in more than just our faces. We were putting Botox in our shoulders, our necks, our calves, in our children.
She was complaining about her face having wrinkles and things like that.
We know this woman as Carrie Campbell, who told ABC News she injected her 8-year-old daughter with Botox, a story so shocking it first made headlines all the way in the UK.
I just don't think wrinkles are nice for little girls.
Like this 16-year-old who apparently needs Botox to prevent fine lines and wrinkles.
Stop putting on makeup or getting your hair done. That's how I feel when I get Botox.
Botox was marketed as our answer to avoid the aging process. And to be fair, it kind of seemed to be working pretty damn well. After all, this girl claims that she began getting Botox at 17, and now at the ripe old age of 25, she has no forehead wrinkles. Well, no shit, Sherlock. You're 25. Regardless, our love of Botox has kind of come to a spectacular end.
I've gotten Botox one time in my life, and I will never be getting it again.
I got Botox on Tuesday. It is now Sunday. I hate it. I hate it!
And the backlash has begun because something rather inconvenient is happening. Women are coming online saying, my Botox doesn't work anymore.
Who else is having problems with their Botox holding? This is week 7 with 40 units, and I will tell you, it probably looked like this 2 weeks ago.
I've been getting Botox for 5 to 10 years, and I can honestly say that the Botox these days does not last as long. What happened to the good Botox?
And obviously, the internet being the internet, everybody has a theory. The Botox is weaker. Injectors are diluting it. It's COVID. It's the vaccine. It's our metabolism.
What the hell is going on?
Have you noticed the efficacy and the long-lastingness of your Botox drastically reducing? They are diluting Botox, like far more than they used to. I know it's always been mixed with saline, but I feel like the ratio is getting less and less Botox to saline, and so it doesn't last as long, yet they're charging more, and you are losing your results within 2 months, 3 months at the most, where I used to get a full 6. It's really pissing me off.
If you have Botox, you've probably heard this conversation. I know I have. Someone gets injected, 2 weeks later, beautiful. Smooth forehead, brows lifted, can't make an angry face even if they wanted to. Then 5 weeks later, movement is back. And they're like, what the fuck? I paid $600 for this. Botox ain't cheap, but we paid the price because it was meant to last for months.
I got my Botox a month ago, almost to the day a month ago. Why is she already wearing off? What is this? In this economy? No. Can you not?
But if you scroll through Botox discussions now, you will find women absolutely adamant that their injections do not last the way they used to.
Every time I would go to get my Botox refreshed, I felt like my dosage was having to go up a significant amount. I found that getting my Botox done every, 3-4 months was so expensive, and I felt like by 2 months it was already pretty much gone.
Now, this doesn't automatically mean that Big Pharma has secretly watered down our Botox supply. I mean, they might have. Who really knows at this point? But what we do know is that our Botox ain't working like it used to.
I need to know, do you do Botox? And is it lasting 3 to 4 months for you? Because for approximately the last year, after 1 month, this is what my forehead looks like.
Is it the dose? Is it the injector technique or lack thereof? Are your facial muscles just too strong? Like, is it your fault? Is it a you thing? The odd thing is, Botox isn't just Botox anymore. No, now we've got Botox, Dysport, Xeomin, Nuceiva. These are all variations of the botulinum toxin, but they have slightly different effects. Dysport tends to spread wider from the injection point, whereas Botox and Xeomin stay more localized. Xeomin lacks complexing proteins and has less additives. Huh? What? At this point, do we even really know what brand of Botox we're getting injected into our bodies? Something to think about. But when enough women are gathering together and collectively claiming that something has changed, we need to listen, because the medical industry has a habit of ignoring women, and the girls ain't making this up.
I'm like, I just don't feel like the Botox is sticking around as long anymore. Like,
everyone's saying this. Everyone is saying this.
I'm
yes.
sick of, like, I got it like 5 weeks ago. I'm like, where is it?
Botox has stopped working, and we need to talk about it.
Botox is a total scam.
Because the alternatives that women are now subjecting themselves to are honestly frightening, but we'll get onto that in a moment. So why is it now that we are injecting more Botox than ever that it seems to have stopped working? Sit down while I tell you this, ladies, because it's gonna come as a shock, but we appear to have become immune to Botox. I kid you not. The unfortunate truth is that Botox becomes less effective the more you use it.
One thing that we hear is that people feel like they've built up an immunity to Botox, and that can definitely happen. Your body definitely can identify that as something that it wants to build an immunity to, and it will do that.
The technical name is secondary non-response.
When we talk about a true immunity to Botox, that means that somebody has something called neutralizing antibodies. These are proteins that bind to the neurotoxin and can block its effect.
Basically, after repeated exposure to a toxin, which is what Botox technically is, your body can start to cotton on and your immune system will kick in, as it's designed to do, because you're literally being exposed to something toxic, right?
What has been the most shocking thing that you have discovered that blew your mind?
I think how bad Botox really is. So I don't know if most people know it, but it's the most toxic substance on Earth.
So it's literally your immune system's job to try and ward it off, to try and fight it, to try and prevent you getting exposed again. And if you do, to be able to overcome the toxin.
Dr. Alan Wolf was among the first to discover that Botox, a dilute form of the botulism toxin, made patients look younger by temporarily paralyzing muscles that caused wrinkles.
So after you've gotten Botox a good few times, your immune system is like, hold on a second. Here is this same toxin again. I seem to keep getting exposed to it. Let me produce antibodies so that this toxin can't keep affecting me.
Botox resistance. Is it real? Yes, Botox works by blocking nerve signals to the muscle. In some people, especially those who've had frequent or high-dose treatments, the body can develop antibodies that reduce its effectiveness. You might notice that your usual dose isn't lasting as long or not working at all.
We've been using so much Botox for so long that our bodies are now literally producing antibodies to Botox, which creates a rather awkward problem for an industry that was built around injecting us every 3 months.
Botox doesn't work anymore. I heard another TikToker say this, and it is so true. For the past couple of years, my friends and I have all talked about this. It just doesn't work. And if it does work, it only works for a couple of weeks. So what's the deal?
Don't worry. Like always, the beauty industry has a solution. In Korea, there is basically a supermarket aisle of botulinum toxins to choose from. A smorgasbord of poison. Oh, the beauty of being a woman. Some girls have resorted to literally flying themselves to Korea to get their Botox injections, as they claim the Korean Botox is stronger and actually lasts longer.
I love that this is a worldwide problem, that Botox isn't lasting as long.
I'm not happy about it.
Everyone's in the same boat.
The Botox in Korea, though,
game changer.
Oh, bit too much. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, is it the Jeuveau?
It's so cheap. They make their own concoction there, so it's like really strong.
And they're not wrong. Korea has gone absolutely ham on Botox. A recent review of the Korean market identified 19 registered Korean botulinum toxin drugs aimed at aesthetic use.
Would you fly 16 hours to get Botox in Korea? Well, I did.
But there is one Korean Botox product that is basically nuclear strength and will freeze your forehead until 2047. Give or take. Toxin A, which also goes by the much easier to pronounce brand name of Botulax, happens to possess significantly greater measured potency per unit than Botox in both laboratory and animal testing. Botulax has such a strong paralytic effect that practitioners have been warned to adjust dosing very, very carefully. So when people come online and say Korean Botox is stronger, it lasts longer, they're right. But obviously, not everyone has the luxury of being able to hop on a plane and head to Korea for their 3 3-monthly Botox top-up. But what the girls have realized that they can do is import this stuff to their own country and inject themselves. DIY Botox, if you will.
Do not watch this video if you don't like needles, and do not do this at home. My Botox did not set. It's been 2 weeks, so I'm gonna do it myself.
This is not wise. I am not promoting this. Let that be known.
I'm on the side of TikTok where girls are teaching each other how to do DIY Botox. Notox, Nabota. I need somebody to talk me off the ledge here because I'm about to make the leap. I'm about to do it. Because people are having some like really good results with it, y'all.
If you inject the wrong area and you don't hit the right muscle target, you can literally paralyze basically your whole body. But what does that matter as long as you don't have wrinkles, right?
I'm going to do my own DIY Botox. So when I frown, you can see it, and I hate these bunny lines. All these wrinkles are coming back. One here, above the eyebrows. I hate these bunny lines that I have. I'm going to do my nostrils, yellow lines underneath my eyes, my platysma band. I am pointing the needle this direction. That is my injection done.
The risk is worth the payoff for the girlies on TikTok who are injecting themselves with Korean Botox on the reg because apparently it's stronger, and number 2, it's obviously cheaper to import it from overseas and then DIY it.
I spend like $400 on my Botox, but I would be able to do it myself for a quarter of that. And I would still have some left over for 3 months from now.
These comments are wild. When someone rightfully questioned the safety of DIY Botox, asking, can somebody talk about the risks? Aren't there nerves or things that you can hit with big consequences? She is immediately rebuffed multiple times by other women claiming that no, there's no risks. It's just about the money. That's the only reason we're told to go to a licensed professional to inject us with a neurotoxin.
My mom's whole entire face today with Botoxulax. She got 200 units. We're gonna go hit her platysmal bands. We're gonna hit it all today.
Ladies, you're worrying me here.
All right, so I'm at the hair salon. I'm just too pissed off about this that I had to speak out about it. People are out there injecting themselves with fake Korean Botox. People are actually getting paralyzed, hurting themselves, even dying, because people are freaking idiots. And you're gonna follow an influencer who has no medical education, who doesn't know what they're doing, and you don't even know how much Botox is in it, how much botulinum is in it. Is it a clean product? It's coming from Korea. Yes, we know they have good skincare products, but this is the absolute worst idea you could ever do, and it just pisses me off. This pisses me off. So you know what? If you hurt yourself or you hurt someone else by teaching someone else how to do this as a non-medical licensed provider, you should get sued. I hope you get sued.
But honestly, I don't actually blame them for trying to do it themselves. Botox ain't cheap. Not to mention, very few of us want to age prematurely. Most of us do actually want to stay looking like our younger versions for as long as possible. We are not the ones who set the unrealistic beauty standards, and we are not the ones who decided that as a society, we should praise youth and demonize aging. Of course, we're going to try and find ways to do it cheaper. We're in a cost of living crisis. Most of us can hardly afford to put petrol in our cars, let alone go and get our expensive 3-monthly Botox top-up. So it's not really surprising that the girls have taken matters into their own hands to try and find cheaper ways to obtain the tox. If this has you wondering if we have collectively lost our minds as females, I'm with you.